we are coming ever closer to the release of Sonic Mania, which I think a lot of people are more excited for than Forces. Although
Yeah,
Forces is looking a lot better now. Look,
yeah.
we'll get to Forces later.
We'll get our views on forces later, but let's stick with the one that I think, arguably to say, most fans are confident this is going to work.
Yeah. Even though this is old hat news, we actually have. Well, apparently there's some music being put onto the Sonic the Hedgehog YouTube channel,
Yeah,
but there's like the ones we heard before, like Studiopolis and
Studiopolis.
Mirage Saloon. But first of all, we actually have the requirements to what you need to play this damn game
Yeah, on PC mainly.
on PC. Yeah. So unfortunately, you got a Mac, you can't play it.
Well, I say that because my old Mac's knackered up, but I'm getting a new one soon, so who knows?
Who knows what the actual requirements of the Mac is, but hopefully it still works.
Yeah.
Minimum recommendations is Windows 7, a Pentium 1.6 gigahertz processor, 2 gig, memory, 2 gigs of RAM, a DirectX 9.0 compliant video card of 32 megs graphics, version 9 of DirectX, as I said, I don't know why they got it twice here, 400 megs of storage, and a DirectX 9 compatible sound card. That's minimum.
Yeah. Which you think?
Yeah. Recommended is Windows 7, 8, or 10, a Core 2 Duo processor, 2 gigs of RAM, video card of 256 memory, a DirectX 9, 400 megs of space, and a DirectX 9 compatible sound card. So basically, not really much is different other than what the graphics card is recommending.
Yeah.
And honestly,
that said, though,
that is small. I can run this on my old laptop.
Well, like I said, I mean, for a game that is, trying to look like a Sega Saturn, what if a 2D Sega Saturn game?
CD Sega Saturn. Basically a beefed up 32X.
Exactly, yeah. What would that look like, And essentially, it's like you think to yourself, well, with technology the way it is, you would probably have to use a lot of different systems and software to make it run. But for what you said, apparently, it's not that taxing.
No, because it says here that Pentium 4's CPUs clocked at 1.6 gigahertz were released in July of 2001. And the recommended Core 2 Duo chips were recommended in 2006. I bought my old laptop in 2009.
Yeah,
I could run. I can put Steam on my old laptop and run this with no hiccups whatsoever. Maybe with yeah. No, it still works. It's just a bit finicky with the screen.
Okay.
Maybe if I try to record it at the same time, it will fuck up. It will. It will drop to below 60 frames per second. It will.
All right, then that's just pushing it.
Yeah. But yeah, if you haven't updated your computer in 5 to 10 years, you can run this.
Yeah.
And that is a godsend, because every new game now requires you to have the latest tech, the latest graphics, the latest sound. I've got a laptop that probably came out in 2015. And I fucking love it because I'm able to actually stream with this. I'm able to actually play games. I'm allowed to. I'm not sure when i7 3rd Gen came out. I'm pretty sure it's 2015. They keep releasing new stuff every 6 months anyway.
Yeah, well, that's technology for you.
Yeah, here's the iPhone. I got an iPhone 8. Well, I've got an iPhone now. Out now, iPhone 10.
I got a Samsung 7. Oh wait, my ear's burning. Is the 8 one? Good. I could use it from my other ear.
So aside from that recommended specs, which honestly is.
I say that because actually I know someone who actually worked at Samsung for a bit, so it's a joke on his behalf.
At Comic-Con, they actually showed off the special stages in Sonic Mania. And it's unfortunate for me because it's based on the ones from Sonic CD, and I hate the ones from Sonic CD.
I was going to say, I mean, for what we've seen of it, there's no video footage of it at the minute, is there?
No, right now we have a soundtrack from the Sonic the Hedgehog YouTube page called, I forget what the fucking song's called.
Something Stardust or
Dimension Heist. There we go.
Right.
Thank you, Sonic Stadium. And the idea is basically it looks exactly like Sonic CD, but the actual and even the goal of it is the same, but there's a few differences. First of all, you're chasing one UFO. Essentially, think Sonic CD special stages combined with the special stages from Sonic Heroes.
Mm.
You're chasing down a UFO that has a Chaos Emerald. You collect blue spheres to speed up. Even though yellow spheres there, I'm not too sure what they do. Hopefully, they don't bounce you around like they do in Sonic 3.
That's my fear if it did.
Yeah, I can only think of it slows you down.
Mm.
And you collect rings to keep your time up.
Yeah.
So you got a lot of elements here, and you're chasing down a Chaos Emerald.
Mm.
So essentially it is basically, hey, what if we made Sonic Hero special stages, but made them with the engine of Sonic CD and make them not as confusing?
Well, that and also
control better. I don't know why, but a lot of people just... I don't hate the special stages from Sonic Heroes.
Unless you were playing the PS2 version.
Maybe Emerald 5, 6, and 7, fair enough. And yeah, definitely the ones from fucking Sonic Generations on 3DS, they are shit as well.
I wouldn't know what getting the 5th, 6th, or 7th Emerald in Sonic Heroes was, because I never got that far, because I think I tried to destroy the controller.
Yeah. Best advice is play as Team Rose for all of it.
Yeah, that was my goal, but even then it was still fucking hard. But...
Basically, just when it comes to movement, when you got enough boost, just hold on a boost and just press left or right to turn, because it's easier that way when holding forward.
Yeah.
There you go. I just saved you about 5 hours of headaches.
There you go. Boost to win. It worked back then. They were doing that even back in Sonic Heroes days.
But also, we actually have a bit of story as well.
Aye.
From Stephen Page is going to Eggman is heavily depressed after Sonic 3. This is what happens to leftover robots, and his minions are going rogue. Mm. And it's going to have little cutscenes based on Sonic 3, in between zones.
Yeah.
But a lot of people got a booklet that contains the info of the game's story.
Yeah, was basically it's called as an instruction manual, which in this day and age, you barely get in games.
No, you get a warranty card. That's all you get. And even then, sometimes the warranty cards are printed on the inside of the fucking box art cover. so save paper. Okay, but why the hell do you still have these fucking clips there? Oh, to hold the download codes. Oh, great! I can use them, trade the game in, and fuck up whoever else to get this game later. Thank you.
Yeah, but that's resale problems, not ours.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain in the ass though when people want to get the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare Legacy Edition and the actual remastered version of Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, not Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1. You can't get it because the fucker actually used the code.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Activision, for actually locking that off as a fucking hostage. Anyway.
What they do? Yeah. Go on.
Enough of my rants, because I do work in a mom and pop, a second retro game store. Okay.
All right. So.
Sometime after saving Angel Island, Sonic the Hedgehog and his best friend Miles Tails Prower are relaxing when Tails picks up a strange energy reading far away. So apparently Tails has been smart all along. Then again, he can actually fly a plane.
Yeah, I mean, let's be fair. He's an 8-year-old kid who's managed to do all this stuff over the years. So, quite frankly,
translate an alien language. There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't get more smarter than that.
Yeah.
Though different from the Chaos Emeralds, the reading is remarkably powerful, and Tails convinces Sonic to join in and check it out. Sonic and Tails take off in a tornado towards the source, but sure enough, the evil Dr. Eggman has detected it too. Notice that I say Eggman and not Robotnik, so everyone shut their traps. Now it's the race between Sonic and Eggman to get there first and figure out what mysteries it holds. However, Eggman has been busy. He has unleashed. He's
basically built an army of robots to stop them.
Egg robots handle the most important task. They're called the hard-boiled heavies, and they're about to reach the source of the signal first. So Sonic, Tails, and the newest ally, Knuckles the Echidna, to defeat the hard-boiled heavies, unlock the secrets of the energy source, and stop Dr. Eggman. So guess what? It sounds exactly like a plot from the classic Sonic games. Hooray!
Yeah.
No one's hooray! I said hooray!
God, that sounds like an order.
It sounds like the inside of an instruction manual from the American or PAL versions of the classic Sonic games. Where it sounds like, the heroes must stop the villains and get this power source, because it's always a power source.
It's always a MacGuffin they gotta find and stop.
Or at least it makes more sense than a fucking god.
Yeah, well, that's basically if you want the MacGuffin to be god, but that's a different story.
So, there we go. That's the story. That's pretty much the whole a story. We're not too sure. Basically, you're gonna get what you expect, really.
Zelda's I'm going to be interested how they'll show it off, because like you said, if they're going to do it basically, as we said before, if they're going to end each acts with them continuing from where they left off, essentially Act 1 ends, but then you continue where you left off, and then Act 2 begins with you either getting to a new area via different ways, whether Tails flies you out, Knuckles goes for a wall or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, strange how some people say that's bad storytelling, because it's like, oh, you take the control away from you all the time. It's like, not really. It's like, what, 10 seconds?
Yeah, I mean, this is the difference. Compared to modern day games where most of them are just railroad.
Well, actually, those railroads. It's like, okay, so we're taking over, got the camera here. Our character's going to say something. He hasn't talked at all throughout the entire game, but in the cutscenes he talks. And all these people, oh yeah, they're smart now, despite, standing there and actually only waking up to get rid of them, just fucking a fucking grenade at them.
Yeah, but again, this is the point of when you try and tell the player, particularly what's going to happen next. I mean, particularly in something like Sonic, it's just a quick thing to tell you who's the adversary, they're about to do something, they're on the way, you chase after them, level begins.
Yeah, even fan games like Sonic Time Twisted actually still did that.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, you look at, for instance, Crash Bandicoot. I mean, look at the Insane Trilogy. All the setting up for Game 1 is in that one opening cutscene. Everything you need to know, from who's the villain, where you are, what the character is, why has he got to go back and stop him.
Does it explain how he got to the first island and has to travel from to 3 islands?
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah, but like I said, that's everything you need to tell them in a short little mini sequence, and that's meant to be. And again, if you've seen the Insane Trilogy opening, basically it's meant to be a more visually luscious version of the PS1 game. And even then, it was still trying to tell you the basis of what the game is about.
Yeah, and even then, the games continue between the two. Just like
exactly, yeah.
Cortex falls at the end of Crash 1, and at the beginning of Crash 2, he's fallen.
Yeah, it's basically what happened to Cortex after he got his ass kicked.
And the second time, he got his ass kicked.
Another, yeah.
Well, not exactly the third time. It just happens.
Yeah, it just happens. Then CTR happens for reasons.
Oh well.
But I'm interested to say that if they're doing this, I would love them, because we did say this before, because we got the 2D trailer with like the drawn stuff. I'd love to see if that's actually in any more of that in the game, whether that's just done as like an intro video.
I was thinking that, because you do still have that GIF of one of the hard-boiled heavies, presumably one of the hard-boiled heavies, chasing Sonic.
Yeah, so I'm guessing either they're going to, like you said, a CD thing where the game ends and you get a full-blown ending, and then you do like an animated sequence of here are the levels you went through in a animated form.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So, like I said, it's probably going to happen. Again, I would like it if they were to put them in the game, as in, like, you go from sprite animation then to 2D stuff and then back again. But, hey, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.